Shannon, what was your takeaway?
The Lakers played hard. Golden State was really careless with the basketball. I thought Zoe pushed the pace when he could. He caught the Warriors napping a couple of times and one dribble in the head, and Julius Randle was dunking the ball, and Steve Kerr got a quick timeout because he didn't like the way they were playing. They were really extremely sloppy. I think at one point in the second quarter, they were already up to like 9 or 10 turnovers, which is very uncharacteristic. But sometimes they can get sloppy when they don't respect their opponent. But is this where we are now? The second pick in the draft had a 15-10 night. In 21 games, he's only scored 15 or more points 3 times. Is that where we are, Skip? Shouldn't we expect him to do this on a nightly basis? The guy is the second pick of in the draft. And we're like, oh, wow, Lonzo had a good night. Skip, he was 5 of 12. He shot 41%. Now, granted, it's way above the 30% that he's normally shooting, but where are we? I mean, we're getting excited when you're getting excited because I told you he's going to be a transcendent player. And plus, he shot the 3-ball really well at UCLA, not the fact that it was 3 feet shorter. But anyway, Skip, for him, I believe because of the shot, and I read something that Chauncey Billups said, that he believes Lonzo Ball should call Kevin Martin, who also had a funky shot, Skip, but Kevin Martin averaged there was a stretch there for like 6 years. He averaged 20-plus points. At one point in Sacramento, he was up to 24.5 points a game.
Took him a while to figure it out.
Right, exactly. But Kevin Martin is more of a scorer than Lonzo is. Lonzo is more of a facilitator. So I don't know if scoring, getting up into the 20-point range is realistic for him. I just think he's going to shoot a low percentage until he figured this funky shot out. But, I mean, you might be happy, but I'm not happy. I mean, they're still in the 11th spot. You thought they were going to make the playoffs. I said no way. I still don't believe they're going to make the playoffs. But if you want me to be excited, I'm happy for you, Skip, that he shot 5 of 12 and he had 15 points. But what did he do in the fourth quarter? You say you like crunch time. You like guys to play big in fourth quarter.
Joy, have I spoken?
No, I'm just asking you.
It's like you're answering everything that I've not said.
No.
I haven't said a thing yet.
I mean, you like guys that play well in the final minutes of the ball game.
I haven't even said one word.
Skip, all I'm saying,
like unbelievable.
I'm talking out loud. I'm talking to myself. Well, Skip like guys that play well in the fourth quarter and overtime, and I'm looking at Lonzo's numbers, and he had 0 points or 3 field goals in the fourth quarter and overtime, but he did have 3 assists. So I'm just wondering where Skip Bayless is going to go with this. This is me thinking out loud, Joey. But I'm not.
Tell me when it's my turn.
I will in a minute. I'm not overly excited. The number 2 pick in the draft should be expected to get 15 points. He should be expected to dole out 10 assists in a ball game. But all I know is my restaurant got a pop-up one, Joy, right there in Westwood. Nothing. Got one table. In the sign, hot L's or hot dubs? Which way you want, Skip?
You're not serving water anymore?
Nope, I ain't serving water anymore because I want you to choke off this hot L or hot dub, Skip. Hot L or hot dub, Skip.
Tell me when you're finished.
I'm finished.
You're finished? Good. So, in a second, I'm going to tell you why I was generally disappointed in Lonzo Ball's game last night. That's what I'm going to tell you. But I want to remind our viewers that this man across from me has already condemned him as a bust. And just as he said, Dak Prescott, flash in the pan, one-hit wonder. Lonzo Ball, bust is the second pick of the draft, says Shannon Sharpe.
When did I say that?
To your bank. You've said it again and again and again. Then you try to backtrack out of, well, but maybe if he...
No, ain't no maybe. I just said I don't believe he's transcendent like you do.
Okay, before I get to what happened last night, I'm going to frame what's happened to Lonzo Ball for 21 games now. Remember, we're still in the month of November, right? We're still in November, 21 games in. He just turned the age of 20 about a month ago. So far, he has 2 triple-doubles. The one at Milwaukee was 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 13 assists. Pretty good. And he has so far 5 double-doubles, including the game last night. And against Eric Bledsoe and Devin Booker in Phoenix, he went 29, 11, and 9, a near triple-double, and he made 4 threes in that game. So he now has 5 games of making at least 3 threes in a game. And in back-to-back games, he had 16 rebounds and 13 rebounds. That's all in the first 21 games of his career as he barely has turned 20 years of age, okay? So just that's the frame. Now let's get to last night. He did have a terrific flurry, big flurry in the third quarter that got interrupted by a gash in the top over the eye. Had to leave, go in, they put a butterfly on it, then they had to stitch it after the game. He got 3 stitches. No big deal, but it interrupted the flow of one of those. wow stretches where he just went crazy.
LeBron got stitched up during the
Okay,
game.
you got it. Well, okay, so let's compare Lonzo Ball to LeBron James. Not a fair comparison yet. Not yet.
Ever.
So the reason I was generally disappointed, and the reason I do continue to say, as Doc Rivers said the other night, he's not going to be good, he's going to be great, as Earl Watson sat right there and said, he's not going to be good, he's going to be great. I don't get the mindset. I feel like for the first month and a half of this season, Lonzo Ball has been on a mission to show everyone, I'm not my father. And last night, I was generally disappointed in his lack of aggression, his lack of assertiveness, his one pass to the perimeter and drift to the weak side and stand and watch his teammates try to create a shot. I don't get it. I don't know who he is. I don't know, because I'll see the flash. So I saw some great things last night. I saw some good things last night. And I saw a whole bunch of non-things last night where he dribbled the ball up the floor and he'd look and just flip a pass to the perimeter. You know, just
what would you have him to
wing.
do in the half court set, Skip?
Just attack. When he wants to attack, he can get in the lane. He's 6 feet 7 inches tall, has not a good handle, a great handle. He has supreme quickness and speed, and he can get downhill on you fast. So if he just brings the ball up the floor with pace and urgency and just takes it in the lane, then you create open shots for your teammates, or you create one for yourself. And I see timid, I see passive, I see disengaged. I don't get it. I'm just screaming at my TV, just do something with the basketball.
Well, what happens when he doesn't get an opportunity to bring the ball up the court?
Well, they played him with Jordan Clarkson a lot last night, which was good because you got Steph and Clay, so they can guard.
Right.
And listen, Lonzo can guard. He did a really nice job on Steph and Clay until overtime, when finally Steph Curry said, this is enough of this. And he makes 2 threes to start the overtime. One was on Lonzo, one was not on Lonzo. And then he made a long 2, and that was basically it, even though the Lakers kept fighting back. So this is now 4 times at home that this team has been in position to win a game that it should have won. And all 4 times, I'm going to blame the 19, barely 20-year-old Lonzo Ball. If you're the leader, if you're the leader of this team, you have to organize them. You have to create good shots instead of just flipping it to the wing and saying, you go one-on-one, try to get a shot over there. And Brandon Ingram was sensational last night. All last year, I said Brandon Ingram played timid and passive. And all of a sudden, in his second year, guess what happened? I think Magic lit a fire under him as Magic started on a show.
Let's not pretend like he's been like this Golden State game all year, because he hasn't.
But he's been much more in attack mode than he was last year, because he can go a little soft. He's not a soft player, but he just drifts mentally where he doesn't go up strong. Last night, he was strong the whole game. And guess what happened? 30-something happened.
But Skip, before any great player can have success, they must go through failure and hardships. You make it seem like they should the Lakers are a young team. They don't have anybody with playoff experience.
But they didn't even have Kyle Kuzma last night. He had a back spasm in the warm-ups, and he couldn't go. This is a talented young team that should have won 4 home games, and if they had, they'd be right in the thick of that 7-8 spot in the Western Conference, because there are a lot of disasters so far in the Western Conference, including one we're about to talk about now, and I don't know if they're going to be a disaster all year, but Oklahoma City is 8-12.
But the thing is, though, Skip, and you keep trying to label, you said he's going to be a bust. All I'm saying is that I don't see transcendent like you. I don't see life changer like you. And maybe he does need to be aggressive, but I thought he showed flashes of aggression. But when you're in the half-court set, Skip, nobody, even Russ, doesn't drive the ball to the basket every time. John Wall, some of these better elite point guards, Kyrie doesn't drive every time. Sometimes it calls for you to pass the ball to the wing, and then you go stand in the corner, or you go set a pick for somebody. Skip,
there's one sequence late in the second quarter, and I didn't ask for the video of this because I don't want to dwell on it, but Lonzo walks the ball up the floor, and Jordan Clarkson's in. They don't often play together. Jordan Clarkson's just standing on the wing, and he flips in the ball, and Jordan catches it, and defender on him, and he throws it back to Lonzo. And Lonzo throws it back to Jordan, and he throws it back to Lonzo. And I'm saying, just go, just attack. Jordan's saying, you go. And guess what he did for a third time? He flipped it to Jordan, who then dribbled and shot a 3. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say, well, you didn't want
Well, okay, good. Yeah.
So what you want, Skip?
I want to see this kid is trying to say, I'm not my father.
Skip, that man ain't thinking about it. He ain't thinking about his dad.
I'm quiet. I'm humble. I'm not going to try to be the center of attention
He
here.
is what he
I'm going to
is.
show my teammate. Listen, he can be so much better, and he will be. Again, we're still in the month of November.
So then all of a sudden the light's gonna go up. You know what? I'm gonna show him I am like my father. I'm just like my father.
I feel like he's trying to set the bar a little lower than it was set. The ZO2s are dropping now, so
Well, I ain't got
yours yet?
mine.
Well, you better.
I wonder why Darren Ravel got
I
one.
don't
He didn't
know.
even buy them.
I saw that. Yeah.
He's got the connect.
And to connect my butt, he need to connect me with my $500 of my shoes. That's what he needs
Sure
to do.
Darren didn't buy it? I don't know.
No, he
Maybe
didn't buy 'em.
did. He
No, he
might have.
didn't.
I don't know.
He was talking about them.
I
I
saw
bought
that.
them. Me and Marcellus Wiley, we were some of the first ones to step out there. Jay-Z bought like 9 pair.
Yeah.
The Game bought like 8, 9 pair.
Yeah.
I bought a pair early on. Now I need my shoes, LeVar Ball.
I was not impressed with the shoe.
I don't care. I want my shoes.
They tweaked it. You know, they got a remix shoe after what Lonzo wore in the summer.
I don't care if they twerked it.
Yeah.
I want my shoes. So shake them shoes on down here to Shay Sharpe.
You know, they're going to be collector's items.
They going to be collected.
I think Darren Ravel was predicting that in a month or so on eBay, they're going to go for like 1,000.
Well, I'm going to call the original Triple B's if I don't have my shoes by next week. The Better Business Bureau. I'm a legend fraud.
Yeah.
They said the shoes would ship on the 24th. It don't take them that long, Skip. They're right here in California.
You know, they did ground. You know.
Hell, I'm in California. The shoes in California. What? Is the postal man walking? I know they have on shorts,
You know
but
what?
they drive a...
Maybe they dropped him and somebody jacked
You know what
They
might
didn't
have
send you the
happened
tracking
is
number?
What?
LeVar Ball, who can be a little vindictive, he might have just said, Sharpe is out. We're not going to send, because he's been just killing my son.
Okay,
He's
that's
been
fine.
killing my son.
But I tell you
he has
what-
called my son a bust, so he ain't getting no shoes.
And Sharpe is vindictive.
Yeah.
If they don't get Sharpe here 500,
Oh, you better go
it's
to
going to be trouble. It's going to be, hey, it's going to be some furniture moving.
it'll go from big baller brand to Better Business Bureau.
Exactly.
Right.
Hey, it's going to be some furniture moving.
Yeah, okay.
Joy, you trying to move?
I'm not trying. I didn't order those shoes.
Hey, well, if they don't get my shoes, I'll move
You
some
got to
furniture.
work on your sneaker connect.
No, they need, Skip. The shoes shipped on the 24th. What's today's date, Skip? Now, if the shoes not here by next week, Wednesday, it's going to be trouble.
Today is November 30th. You better hope you get them by
It's going to be
tomorrow.
trouble, Skip.
By the way, Darren Ravel did make the point, I watched his little video, that it usually takes 6 months from start to finish of the creation of a shoe. So
Skip, I ordered the shoe last
You
year.
can't be too impatient.
Yes,
It's been
I can.
6 months. You
Yeah,
know,
it's been 6 months.
It's
Okay,
a
well,
new
that's-
business.
yeah.
You know, they're working on the infrastructure.
Well, he got my old money. Well, no, now I want my shoes.
Well, you talked your way out of your
No,
shoes.
I ain't talking about. No, my $500 talked me into those shoes, so I need them, Skip. Now
No,
you need to go talk to
LeVar
them.
talked you into those shoes.
Yeah.
And
See,
out of your $500.
I tried to help a young entrepreneur.
I need to learn from LeVar. That's all I got to do to get $500 out of you.
What kind of shoes you making?
I don't know.
I mean,
Draw a sketch of some shoes.
I mean, I hook it up.
You know? Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.